Good afternoon and welcome to the National Press Club. I'm Mark Hamrick. I'm a broadcast journalist for the Associated Press, and I'm the 104th president of the National Press Club. We are the world's leading professional organization for journalists, committed to our profession's future through our programming, events such as this, while fostering a free press worldwide. For more information about the National Press Club, we'd invite you to please visit our website at www.press.org and to donate to programs offered to the public through our Eric Friedheim National Journalism Library. You can find that information on our website as well. So on behalf of our members worldwide, I'd like to welcome our speaker and those of you attending today's event. Our head table guests include guests of our speaker as well as working journalists who are club members. And if you hear applause in our audience, we'd note that members of the general public are attending, so it's not necessarily evidence of a lack of journalistic objectivity. I'd also like to welcome our C-SPAN and public radio audiences. Our luncheons are featured on our member-produced weekly podcast from the National Press Club, available through iTunes. And you can also follow the action on Twitter using the hashtag #NPCLunch. After our guest speech concludes, we'll have Q&A, and I'll ask as many questions as time permits. Now it's time to introduce our head table guests, and I'd ask each of you here on the table to stand up briefly as your name is announced, and we begin from your right. Dana Ritter, White House producer for CBN News, and I'm told the second baseman on the NPC softball team. And I don't know if it's only the softball team in attendance today, because Mike Deagle is Public Affairs Communications Consultant and first baseman, so you have the double play combination in place there. We have Matt Friedman. He's one of my colleagues at Associated Press as an online video producer, and he's also a new member, so welcome, Matt. Mark Cannon is Managing Editor for Public Safety Communications. Spencer Joint, who's Harry's godson, freshman at Georgetown University, and a guest of the speaker. John Doman is an anchor reporter for Westwood One Metro Networks. David Korn, Washington Bureau Chief of Mother Jones and an analyst for MSNBC, and also a guest of the speaker. Skipping over the podium for just a moment, Melissa Charbonneau, Newshook Media, Chair of the Speakers Committee. We'll skip over the speaker for a moment. Patty Gillio is a communications consultant and Speakers Committee member who organized today's event. Bill Schneider is former CNN political analyst, now teaching public policy at George Mason University, guest of the speaker, and also with Third Way, which is a Washington think tank. Tim Young is a freelance journalist and himself actually a working comedian. He's chair of the National Press Club's Young Members Committee, which he's leading very well. Rachel Ray is U.S. television reviewer for the Daily Telegraph of London. And Charlie Clark, another new member here at the Press Club, he's senior correspondent with Government Executive Magazine. And now, how about a round of applause? So those of you who are familiar with our Luncheon Speaker Series here at the National Press Club probably know that the format calls for this to run